In this video, we'll be going through some high knee progressions to help you restore and explore your single leg balance. Now, these would be perfect to do in sequence as a full routine or just individually depending on your time constraints and your level of ability. Now, if you're struggling to make progress on your foot and balance training journey, then we have developed an online course, which is a 12-week foot restoration program that guides you through every step of the way. And we also do have our Explorer membership where you can access live calls and training sessions and advice from our team of TFC health professionals to make sure you're on the right track. So you can check out all the details for those in the description below, but otherwise, let's get stuck in. All right, we'll start off with a high knee march. So I've set up next to a wall here. That's going to help me with the balance side of things while we're still in this restore phase. And it's very good to just set up for safety next to something stable. So from here, you can just keep your hand or a couple of fingers or one finger on the wall, and you're just trying to march and lift the knee as high as you can into the air with each march. But we don't want to be doing this where we're lifting and then bending this bottom one. So that would look like that. And that is actually just a compensation for not getting enough range of motion through the hip. So we do want to lift up as high as possible, but only while we keep the stance leg relatively straight. It doesn't have to be, fully locked out. In fact, we don't want it to be fully locked out like this, but just a nice soft knee, and the knee doesn't bend as you lift the leg. So from there, of course, you could take your hand or finger off the wall for periods of time, or even just hover against the wall, or hover just away from the wall rather, as you get used to that march. And there you're accumulating a little bit of time in single leg stance with each march. So whichever level you're working at, then about 30 to 60 seconds is good, and then you could move on. Okay, next drill, we're still restoring this single leg balance, so definitely next to a wall, and you're building up confidence now with a high knee hold. So this is where we are holding our knee in this high up position. Ideally, you're aiming for greater than 90 degrees, but if high for you is just to there or there, whatever your range of motion is okay, and you're holding that position, looking straight ahead and gradually building up to tapping the wall or lifting your hand or finger off for as long as you can before touching back down. So we don't want to actually lose our balance with this. We want to keep this balance and alignment and just use your hand for support as needed. It's always good to focus in on the breath, make sure it's slow and controlled. And over time, you just lift your hand for longer and longer. Now, a great tool for feedback. Once you are able to lift your hip above 90 degrees, then you could put a hacky or a balled up pair of socks on your knee like that. And then that will give you feedback about if you drop your knee below 90 degrees. Obviously it falls off. If that happens, pick it back up, start again. And then you are just doing the same thing, and we're aiming to build towards the ability to hold this position nice and stable without any wall assistance, keeping the hacky or socks on the knee for a good 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, now we're going to explore some high knee kicks like that, and obviously to do that, you want to have some good confidence with those restore exercises where you're getting the range of motion and the stability in this position. And ideally have some confidence away from the wall, but if you need to start these explore progressions against the wall, that's fine as well. And the way you would start with this is just a very small drop and catch. So as the knee comes up, you just barely tap the hacky like that and you just let go. Even if you just did that without any drop, that would be fine. But then building up to a bit of a drop, and then if you drop the hacky, there's no stress, and then trying to build up like that. And you can see I'm going onto one leg and then back to two legs like that. And so you'd want to progress to staying on one leg and doing that pattern all on one leg without touching down. And from there, you could, obviously you want to do both sides with this, and you could also increase the challenge by trying to knee the hacky up as high as possible. And you could even try and catch as high as possible, like so. So a few progressions within that sort of one task or drill, but hopefully plenty to meet you where you're at. And if you're really struggling with any of that, it's probably a sign that you need to just spend a bit more time on those restore exercises. Okay, now we're gonna up the challenge even further by exploring a different surface. So if you've got a soulmate, that's perfect to get out. We've got that domed surface, which makes it harder to balance on and gives that really nice stimulus to the foot. And if you don't have a soulmate, then a rolled up towel is a good alternative and everyone has it. It's a different stimulus, but it still increases the challenge for sure. And otherwise a plank of wood will do the job as well. Just something other than flat ground. And you can start with the exact same task, just high knee kick like that. Getting used to that on the new surface. And then you can add in your higher kicks and higher catches. And then another way would be to go for lower catches like that. See how low to the ground you can get your catch. And then if you've got decent dexterity with your toes, then you can go for high knee flicks like that. And even a high knee flick kick like that. So, plenty to keep you busy there, plenty for you to explore. Take it all at your own pace, and remember to do both sides, of course, and have fun with it. Thanks for watching. If you're getting value out of these videos, please do like and subscribe. That helps support our channel, and we put out videos just like this, as well as podcast episodes every week. If you're looking for tools to help make your training more fun and more effective, then you can check out our range on our shop through our website, thefootcollective.com. If you're struggling to make progress on your foot and balance training journey, then we do now have our foot restoration program, which is a 12-week online course that guides you through every step of the journey. We also have our Explorer membership, where you can access live training sessions and clinical support from our team of TFC pros. Or if you're looking for more individualized assessment and guidance, then we have our TFC Pro directory, where you can connect with a practitioner near you. You can find links for all of that in the description below. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.